Hello and welcome back to my craft room. I have got something really exciting to show you today. I'm trying to get into it. So I'm a huge fan of Stuart Semple. If you haven't heard from, I'll leave a link. I'm sure you will have heard of him. But Stuart Semple has made it his mission to create these really intense colours and innovative art products and make them available to all of us. And I first came across him when my son treated me to some of his products. Let me show you what I've got. So I've got Black 3.0. I think there's been another version since then. And this, I think, is where Stuart Semple was first kind of inspired, because he's got this ongoing feud with Anish Kapoor, who bought the rights to the blackest black paint a few years back, so that and made it so no one else can use it. No other artist can access it, which... yeah, it doesn't seem right, does it? Anyway, so Stuart Semple's reaction to that was to come up with his own. And this wasn't the first version, and I'm fairly certain there's been another version since then. And it is ridiculously black. I mean, if you paint some of this stuff, it's like staring into the void. It is really. I think it absorbs something like 99% of light, so not much is reflected back. And then the other couple of things that I've got is this, I've got this super base, which amazingly, they say it smells of black cherries, and you think, yeah, right. But it really does smell like black cherries. That's strange. I think it's still got that underlying kind of almost gluey kind of painty smell, but yeah, so this is super base, which you can use. You can mix acrylic pigments and things with, and it's like super matte, which I love. And you can also mix it with other acrylic paints to like extend them and make them more matte. And then Tom also got me this glow in the dark pigment. That's what he got the base to go with, to mix with this. And it's so strange. I mean, I've had it quite a while now. It goes a long way. And when I come into my craft room when it's dark, sometimes it is still glowing on the shelf. Anyway, so but the exciting thing today, I saw that it was when I was looking at blues for that for One Blue Hue prompt squad thing last month, and I was looking at colours, and so I sort of revisited Stuart Semple's website and came across this and his latest creation. Let's go to the desk and have a look. You can see I'm a bit overexcited. It's these little inks called Changes. So I signed up for the beta testing. It only cost me $14.99 to have the beta testing set, and it's just arrived today. It's weeks ago. I hadn't forgotten about it, but it had kind of gone to the back of my mind. So yeah, I'm so excited when these arrived. And listen, it's just like the envelope that Stuart shows on his video, which I will also link, his video where he demonstrates what this does. I mean, if it really does like he shows, and I'm sure it will, it's magic. It's just like magic. And of course Inktober's not far away as well now, so woohoo. Anyway, so and what they ask you to do is then scan this QR code and give you feedback. So what's it say? Essential Testers Kit contains vital changes ink sample. So the inks are called Changes variant A. Top secret alchemical formula. When you buy anything from the Stuart Semple website, you have to sign a declaration to say that you are not Anish Kapoor, because he wants to make all of his products available to everybody in the world except Anish Kapoor. I love that they look like test tubes, don't they? Well, they are test tubes. So I'm going to feel like a proper tester scientist now. There are absolutely no instructions. All I've got is this little card which says, hello, thank you so much for being part of our experiments with Changes. Let us know how your testing goes. Scan the QR code to give us your feedback. There's absolutely nothing else in there. I assume with the final set you'll get some kind of instructions, and there'll probably be video demonstrations and things by then. This is just all I've got to go on is a very brief demo that Stuart gave. It looks like there's something settled in the bottom there, but it doesn't seem to want to move. There's nothing on there that says shake me or anything, so okay, my little £1 from the pound shop rainbow thingy pen holder. There we go. Absolutely perfect for holding my test tubes for the time being. So it doesn't say anything, and Stuart didn't say anything on his brief demo about what surfaces to use it on. I'm gonna try some of the things I would do with normal inks and see how it goes. So I've got a watercolour paper, a Bristol board, which is sort of much smoother, more of a sort of finish on it. And I've also got some translucent Yupo. I have got some normal Yupo, but it's bigger sheets. So I thought I'd just try a sheet of this translucent. It's expensive stuff, this, so I'm going to get the rest of the pad out of the way. I don't want to spoil it. Okay, and I want to try all of these with the inks just to see how they go. You're going to be amazed. You're just going to, if you haven't seen any demos of this yet, you're just going to be blown away. I couldn't believe it. I really hope it's going to work like Stuart showed, and I'm not going to be disappointed. Maybe I'll try and keep one of the round brushes for each colour for now. And I thought actually I might try mixing a little bit of the inks with some of the super base, just out of curiosity. And I'm going to do this first, just like the demonstration that Stuart does on the YouTube video that I'm going to link. I'm so excited about this. Oh, beautiful colour just as it is. I really hope the camera's going to do that colour justice. Beautiful. At the moment I'm just going to put them straight down. I'm not going to mix water with them or anything. Let's just put another layer just to see if okay. If I had a proper test tube holder I could just leave the tops off, but I'm a bit worried about doing that at the moment. And this is the blue. So do they give a colour here? No, there's nothing else on here, just changes ink. I'm assuming there will be oops, a bigger range of colours in the final version. Beautiful. So that's kind of like a magenta, sort of a pink, but a really vibrant one. And this is, I'm not an expert, but I kind of feel like it's not really quite ultramarine. It's not Prussian blue. It's kind of a warmer, it's kind of a bit like an ultramarine, but a tad warmer to me. Okay, so that's them. I'd be interested to know how they will package the eventual product, whether it will still stay in these test tubes. I was quite like a pipette or a dropper with. I could get some pipettes out if I feel I want to. Blimey, that's a bit tough. Oh, it's going to stain my fingers badly, but never mind. All in the name of art. I seriously can't get this top off. Oh, funnily enough, I think it was the yellow that Stuart had problems with. Maybe whoever put the yellow tops on doesn't know their own strength. Good grief, that's hard to get off. Oh, it's right, okay. Just turn it that way a little bit. All right. We got there in the end. Look at the stainage. I look like a really, really heavy smoker. Okay, you haven't seen the exciting bit yet. Okay. And now let's try this beautiful saffron-y looking colour from here. Oh, lovely. It's kind of a, yes, a yellowish orange. So far, just lovely, vibrant coloured inks. But wait. Now normally I wouldn't be able to go over the top of a darker colour with a lighter colour, would I? But watch this. Really, really hope this is going to work like it was on the demo. Oh my word. Wow. That is incredible. And has it left anything staining on that? No, it's just the pure. Oh, how does that work? And does it matter if I end up accidentally mixing them in the tube? That's something I'd like to know. I might give feedback about that. Let's try this one. Wow. That's mind-blowing, isn't it? Now one thing that is, oh that's weird, now as I wash that, off it went blue. Why did that go blue as I washed it off? It's magic! What kind of wizardry is this? It's not coming through on that watercolour paper at all, so that's good. I'd be interested to see. At the moment that's gone quite dark now. I'll be interested to see how this goes when it dries up. There's a hint of a blue in the pink there. Now, is that because I transferred some of the blue accidentally to there? It probably is. So I maybe need to be more careful about washing my brushes in between. I maybe need to have 3 pots of water. You may be wondering, what is this clear one for? Well, it's turned blue, yellow, and let's see what it does to the... What will it do if I put it on the yellow? This is just weird, and that's now going blue. But whoa! You know what I really want to try doing is blowing paint around with a straw, blowing the ink around with a straw, and letting them mix together and just see what they do. I've got to do that. I've got. Is it just me? This is really, really exciting. My mind is blown. So you can see, Johnny would say, let's do the sniff test. Let's make sure I'm not being fooled. It's not just bleach or something. No, definitely not. Sorry, Stuart, I had to check. So you can see that as it's beginning to dry, as it's sort of all developing or whatever, where I put the clear over is going whiter, and what that we're back to, it just looks like paper now. Not so striking here. This, though, disappointingly, doesn't look like I painted the yellow over it anymore, does it? This looks like I painted the yellow over it. This doesn't so much. This is a bit disappointing. And this bit's going bluer and bluer as it dries. I'm going to have to I'm going to have to do some more. There's so many possibilities, aren't there? I mean, if you just put some of that clear stuff in a bottle like this and just sprayed it, these are, yeah, I just, yeah, the only bit I'm disappointed with is that bit. Well, what is that doing? And I'm a bit confused about this. I think this might be because I picked up some of the blue and carried it over. A little bit more of the pink. This is now going back to being more of an orange as it dries. Pretty much is dry, actually. Which one did I use for the yellow? That one. I've got to try something in a minute. My mind is racing with possibilities now. I'm going to try and use the same ones again. So what happens if I paint over this with the pink? Oh, it goes blue. I wasn't expecting that. The brush has gone like almost purple. The stripes I've painted on in pink have gone pink over the. Oh wow! Mind is blown. Now I did also bring out a little palette because I wanted to know what happens if you just mix a tiny bit of these. I basically got all these precariously perched there now. I do not want to spill them, although it might be a fun a fun mess. So this is what I've just mixed the two together. Oh, that looks like it's going to be an amazing purple. Oh, look at that. So that's the blue and the pink mixed together. So if I drop some of the just blue on the end there, drop some of the yellow in. Oh, look at that. There's a tiny bit of the blue in with it. That just kind of disappears. Yeah, it's like the yellow kind of cancels out the... Oh, what? I've completely forgot. Oh, that was where I put the blue on top of the yellow, and it looked like it was going to be green, but now it seems to be settling into like a more of a turquoisey blue. Right, now I want to drop some of that clear in the middle of this and see what happens. Just drop it in. Oh wow, that's made a lovely green there. So this is putting more of the yellow over the top of that blue because it didn't seem to hold that sort of contrast. That is my just very brief trying out the different. There were just like so many ideas buzzing in my head. What would happen if I dropped a load of ink on a not too absorbent paper and folded it over and did like one of those splat things? What would happen? What would happen if I used the spray? What would happen if I blew it around with a straw? I think I'm just going to have to try a few of these things out. This was what was purple though, wasn't it? Oh, I don't even know now. So that is purple, but is it going to stay purple? Stuart was saying that he was inspired by remembering these colour change pens that he used to have when he was a kid. I think he must be about the same age as my sons because I seem to remember them having those back in the 80s. Look at all the unexpected things that happen as these different colours dribble through each other. What happens if I just kind of spritz them with water? What will happen then? Oh, look at that green. That was unexpected. This is just playing and I'm enjoying myself. This is without giving any thought to, oh, what could we do with this? Oh, look, that's kind of going green as I go over it with my kind of weird purple. I'm tempted just to use up what I've got here, just fill this page, just see what I get really. I think that's what I'm going to do. See, whatever you put in that yellow, it seems to cancel it. Oh, now that's all gone green. Whatever you put in the yellow just seems to cancel out everything else. There's absolutely no smell of any kind that I can detect with them. So this is just my tester sheet and I'm having so much fun with it already. I think we need a bit of pink in there. Oh, it just disappears in front of your eyes. Oh, I hope I can manage to get you to see this. Hang on. So, right, I'm going to drop some pink there. You'll see it pink and then you'll see it just change. From this little experiment here, which I'm going to get rid of in a moment before I start proper, I think the thing here is going to be careful with the yellow because that just kind of, you know, it's a bit of a thug. It just gets rid of everything else. Some of the colours you think you're mixing they just disappear, or become something else. I think the thing is going to be to just let it do its own thing, which is the kind of thing I really love. I'm going to let this piece dry. I won't throw it away. I'm going to let it dry and then I'm curious to see. I'm kind of assuming that once the ink is dry it will stop reacting, so I can then put some pink over it and it will stay pink. So I'm going to put that to one side to have a go with, and then I'm going to just start playing with these. The only thing that's worrying me about them is that because I'm washing off my brushes in the water, should I be doing that, or is the little trace of ink that's in the water going to affect the chemistry of the other colours? I'm not sure. When I saw Stuart demonstrating it, he just used a brush straight into the tube, and I think maybe that's what I should do. I just use them straight at the test tubes for now. Onto these different kinds of paper. I've got my straw and I'm just gonna play. To get that blue coming out in there. Why is blue coming out in there? Watch. Nothing. Pink, pink, pink. Nothing. Oh, oops. Oh, these just like weird, unexpected effects. I just want to see now what's going to happen if I put that to one side. What's going to happen if I do some of these things now over the dry other colours? Can I get... No. It's kind of like using watercolour in that you've got to just sit back and let it do its thing and go with the flow. Except it's more magical because... Oh, look at that, I put all that pink there. There's no pink there now. That's all gone green and blue. What's going on? I'm going to put my experiment to one side and start on some other bits of paper. I'm really keen to try this UPO, so I'm going to have a go with this next. Do I want to try? There's no limit, is there? There's just no limit to what you could do with these things. I'm now thinking you could dab on that the clear stuff or the yellow with a sponge through a stencil. So I'm going to have to try that in a moment. Let's find a stencil. Mind blown. I am at the moment just befuddled with ideas that you could do with these paints. I can't even find my words. Yeah. I think what I'm going to do now, I haven't used up an awful lot of them, probably more of the pink than anything else. But I mean, they were only full up to about there, and so I've not used an awful lot. I've got loads left to play with. I'm going to go away and have a think for a little while. So it seems like even when they're dry, you still won't be able to the colours will still react even when they're dry. I know that the yellow just obliterates everything else, but it seems to then dry darker on the blue. I'm going to go back to yeah, so that's why a lot of them have ended up more yellow than anything else. So I've got to sort of learn to manage that a bit better, I think. I kind of wanted to end up with more pink on the page than I did. I did think you could drop the pink on top of the blue. Now I've forgotten now what it was I thought would happen. Hang on. Yeah, that dried back to sort of almost nothing there. That was a really vibrant pink. So it's like once you get that vibrant pink, you can't get. What I'd be interested to do is if I mixed them up with some of the base and put over the top, but it doesn't seem to be. I think with some of this I was doing that, wasn't I? Now where was that? Oh, that was here. That was these bits. Yeah, nothing seems to make any difference to how they. It's just. And that's completely dry now, and they're still reacting with each other in the same way. It's just, yeah, I'm speechless. Very, very exciting to play with, and I'm just wondering if there's any possibilities with Inktober coming up that I could do some stuff with this. I'm so interested to see what other kind of colours and reactions between colours they're going to come up with. Very stainy. But I don't really mind that. If you're interested in getting hold of some of these yourself, I did quickly go on the website. You had to put your name down like weeks ago, but I mean it doesn't say you can't get them anymore or anything, and it still says $14.99 for the set, and I think that's, yeah, I think that's going to be money well spent. I'm going to get a lot of fun out of these. Yeah, okay, watch this space. I'll come back with some more concrete ideas in a day or two. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye. You can tell my mind's all kind of gone fuddled.